Hello everyone, welcome here in the south of Tuscany on the slopes of the Monte Amiata in our Podere Anteata, the production site of Piro extra virgin olive oil. We're gonna talk today about how to taste and try to understand and eventually choose an olive oil. So we're gonna do a tasting the way you really can feel, understand, and enjoy a high quality olive oil. So for that, you can use whatever little glass, ideally real glass, in order not to give any extra taste or smell to the product. Transparent glass would be fine, but in order to not be influenced by the color, we choose to use this blue colored glass. So we're gonna pour a little bit of oil inside, so not too little and not too much. It really has to be like a few millimeters, really the bottom of the glass. Too few would not help to really smell and taste, and especially smell the aromas. And too much could be also changing a little bit your experience of the oil. So really a little bit, but not too few, not too much. Then we're gonna top the glass, with your hand in order to not have any more oxygen movement inside, air movement inside. And then we're gonna keep it in our hands in order to warm it up, because by warming it up and trying to reach a temperature closer to your body temperature, we're gonna really open up all the aromas and flavors, because the polyphenol inside the oil at a certain temperature, they really start to explode and open up. So this is what we're gonna do. After a few seconds, we remove our hands, we're gonna smell the olive oil, because exactly like a wine tasting, smelling your product is very important. And of course it depends the sensor capacity you have through your nose. Some people have much more, some people less. But when the olive oil is very high quality, you always gonna smell something, and it could be many things already from the nose. So it tells already a lot on the freshness of the product, the purity of the product, and eventually the quality of the product. Then we're gonna taste it properly. Same as a little bit as the wine tasting. We're gonna keep it in the mouth for a few seconds and making an air movement in order to really oxidate the product and spread it in a different part of the mouth. One of the most important part is on the left upper side, which where the bitterness sensor are. So this is where it has to go at least, but it's important to have it going all around your mouth, and then we swallow it. We don't spit it like they do in the wine tasting, but we can enjoy drinking the oil directly. So we're gonna do that with our Piro here. Okay. We just warm it up inside the hands by turning a little bit the hand around it. It will make it way warmer already, the glass. After a few seconds, we remove the hands and immediately we smell it. So the freshness, the fruitiness really comes as a first, and already some aromas can really be felt through the nose, such as the almond, fresh almond, tomato leaves, a little bit of green apple, and fresh cut grass. This is the main one on the nose. Now we're gonna taste it. then swallowing it. So the fruitiness is really the first sensation, and the freshness in the mouth as a first thing. Then after a few seconds after swallowing it, you have the pepperiness that really hit your throat. This is the high phenolic content, the high antioxidant. It has to be peppery. And then after that comes back the bitterness on the bottom of your tongue. Something that is, for us, very important is produce an oil which have these three aspects very much balanced, because fruitiness, pepperiness and bitterness are wonderful when they are well balanced. If they are not, sometimes it could be either the pepperiness or the bitterness that really takes over, and it could become really strong, and you can't really enjoy the fruitiness anymore because it's just too peppery or too bitter, and it distracts you a little bit from the experience, and I think it's a pity. So we really work on making an oil that has this very well balanced, and it's a challenge. It's this is where the hard part of the production is, to really make something that is very pleasant, very still, let's say, strong on the fact that you feel the pepperiness and you feel the bitterness, but it stays really pleasant. None of this would really make it too strong, or eventually would cover then, because you're never gonna drink your oil from the glass. Usually you always use it or either as a finishing oil, either during your recipe, and you don't want something that would stay too peppery or too bitter at some point, because it could really change too much your cooking or your food experience. It's something that has to stay delicate and elegant and pleasant. So we are really working on making such a product which is just here to make your food experience better, eventually more pleasant, but without being the only thing or the first thing you would taste or smell or feel. So it's very important for us to have a product which have this very high healthy properties, so very high phenolic content, high in antioxidant, but a very delicate and elegant and enjoyable taste. So I'm gonna have a little more. So the very important aspect also of our oil is really the texture of it. We want something really smooth, really pleasant in the mouth. It's creamy, but not oily. After a few seconds, after swallowing it, you're gonna feel your mouth is really, it dries up. It calls for a nice glass of Prosecco after that. It doesn't leave a greasy or oily sensation, so it's very smooth, very pleasant. In Italian, it could be the sensation of eating a tiny spoon of panna. It has this very light texture and consistency, which is very pleasant. And again, it doesn't leave a greasy or oily feeling after that. And this is why such an oil would be really enhancing most of the ingredients of the rest of your food, but without being overwhelming. And it will make the rest of the ingredients really the star of the show. This is something very important. This is why, since a few years now, we work with very demanding chefs who want a high quality olive oil which will not cover or distract the person from the rest of the food experience they are creating, without being too present and overwhelming eventually.